Hi there, welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbao. Tonight, the Joy Sports UEFA Champions League PAP series has started and it's happening at the La Palme Eagles there. And that's where we're bringing you special coverage of the Champions League semi-final game between Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain, where Arsenal are currently losing by a goal to nil. And our colleagues are bringing live commentary on Joy 99.7 FM and on Hit 103.9 FM. We'll bring you more update from the grounds there. But to the camp of the president of the Ghana Football Association, CAF President now, because he has stepped down from his role as president of the West African Football Union, Zone B. Now, Okreku's resignation comes on the heels of his recent elevation to the position of second vice president of the Confederation of African Football. Now, Joy Sports sources reveal that Mr. Okreku wants to focus on his new role as CAF Vice President, believing that other people within the zone are capable of leading the bloc. Now, during his tenure as WAFU Zone B, Okreku spearheaded several initiatives, including the creation of junior competitions for countries within the zone. Reflecting on his time with the union, Mr. Okreku expressed gratitude to the WAFU team for their support and dedication. His departure sets the stage for a new leader to take over the leadership of the sub-regional bloc. Now, it's very important to note that CAF President is moving away from this position following his appointments as the second Vice President of the Confederation of African Football, and it was CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe who made that announcement at the press conference on Saturday, where he also pledged a strong response to the rising incidents of violence at football stadiums across Africa, insisting that the safety of fans must be a top priority. Responding to questions at a media briefing in Accra on Saturday at the Kempinski Hotel on the increased spate of football-related violence, Dr. Motsepe stressed that the Confederation views any injury, let alone a death, at the stadium as deeply unacceptable. We have more for you in this package.
Following the CAF Executive Committee meeting in Accra earlier on Saturday, Ghana Football Association President CAF President was unveiled as a newly appointed second Vice President of the Confederation of African Football. His appointment was announced by CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe during a press conference at the Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel.
And our second Vice President is homegrown. One of our most outstanding and has made enormous to football in Ghana and on the African continent. And we are so proud that, when I arrived here, Ghana didn't have a vice president. When I'm leaving here, Ghana has a second vice president. Our brother Kurt, who's president of football here.
Mr. CAF President, who was elected unopposed onto the CAF Executive Committee in March, succeeds Ahmed Yaya and becomes the second Ghanaian after Kwesi Nyantakyi to rise to the prestigious position within Africa's football governing body. He joins Morocco's Fawzi Legia, who has been appointed as first vice president, replacing Senegal FA president Augustin Senghor. Gabon's Pierre Alain will serve as third vice president, while DR Congo's Bestine Kazadi and Mozambique's Faisal Sidat have been named as fourth and fifth vice presidents, respectively.
What I also like is we are also sending a message to the other countries in Africa that are Portuguese-speaking or Spanish-speaking that the beauty of African football is our diversity that enriches us. We are all Arabs. We all speak Swahili. We all speak, what is it, Wolof? Wolof? Wolof. We all speak Wolof. We all speak all of the beautiful languages. We are all all the races, different racial backgrounds and ethnic backgrounds. That's the beauty, and that's what enriches us. And we embrace and develop it. And our commitment to unity and cooperation is enormous. And that's the legacy we want to leave for our children. And we are doing this through football and work together with everybody else.
Meanwhile, Reacting to the recent spate of violence in football, the CAF President reaffirmed his commitment to addressing the issue, emphasizing that any injury, let alone a death at a stadium, is deeply unacceptable.
We are steadfastly committed to ensuring that stadiums are safe and are places where our football spectators and fans and supporters can feel comfortable and in an environment of safety, including health. And part of what we're doing is to look at what we call best practices. Because to have a single fan injured at a stadium is something that we do not want to experience under any circumstances. And worse still, to have a single fan at the stadium lose their lives is something that we can never take enough precautionary measures.
They further revealed that CAF is undertaking a comprehensive review of international best practices aimed at improving stadium safety across Africa.
The starting point is to look at what other countries are doing and where and in which stadiums and in which environments have the most safe environment being created for the spectators. So there's an ongoing process, and I think in CAF, at the Secretariat, there's engagement and an assessment to see what's happening in Europe and to see what's happening in other parts of the world. But the determination and the commitment is very deep and very steadfast.
CAF's new measures are expected to build on and enhance existing protocols established by FIFA and national football associations, with a strong focus on preventing future tragedies and restoring full confidence among fans attending matches. For Joy Sports, Razak Musbah.
Well, let's stay on the Ghana Football Association because it has signed a new 2-year sponsorship deal worth some 20 million Ghana cedis with KGL for the Black Stars. This renewal comes after the expiration of the 14 million cedis deal, which lasted for 4 years. The new sponsorship contract is expected to run until 2027. There's more in this report.
Renewal comes after the expiration of the 14 million Ghana cedis deal, which lasted for 4 years. The new sponsorship contract is expected to run until 2027. Speaking to the media at the KGL head office in Accra, the executive chairman of the KGL Group, Alex Appel Dade, expressed his delight at the continued partnership.
$1 million for the Black Stars to help them qualify, and also we did a 4-year program of another $1 million then through the KGL Foundation to support juvenile sports. Today, the conversation I've had with the minister and yourself, I think the minister has pushed us to do more, and I'm glad to say that we've upped it. If it was in dollars, it would probably have been about 15-point-something million dollars, but we've upped it to 20 million cedis. So that's what we are committing. And we are committing this also. The last time was $1 million over 4 years. We are committing this over 2 years. So which means that we have increased and doubled it with the minister has pushed us very hard to do this, reminding us about our responsibility as corporate citizens. So, Minister, your push has borne fruits, and so the GFA should be also grateful, and CAF's stewardship has given us confidence that will be put to good use. So thanks.
Making his first media appearance for the first time since his appointment as CAF's second Vice President, GFA President Teto Kreku also expressed his gratitude to the KGL Group for their continuous support.
On behalf of the FA, we are very grateful for your determination to see us succeed. We are very grateful for your avowed commitment to see Ghana football go beyond the lines in which we find ourselves today. And we believe that your investment in this game will even go beyond the national team. Your investment is also supporting the daily operations of the FA. Your investment would ensure that everybody within the football ecosystem benefits from this, for which we are very, very grateful. We will put the resources to its proper use. My sector minister, obviously, is somebody who wants to ensure that all the T's are dotted. Is that how we say it? All the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, yes. So we would ensure that the resources are put to its appropriate use. We are very grateful, and clearly Ghana football will take a different pathway from today. Thank you so much.
Away from that, Team Ghana have departed for Egypt for the upcoming 16th Africa Aquatic Junior Swimming Championship slated for April 30. The swimmers will, engage in a series of competitions, including breaststroke, backstroke, freestyle, butterfly, medley event, among many others. Well, Joy Sports, Haruna Mubarak caught up with them ahead of their departure at the Accra International Airport.
At the Africa Aquatics Zone 2 Juniors Championship hosted in Accra, Team Ghana made a big impression, claiming 28 medals, the third best country in the competition. As a result, the Ghana Swimming Association remains determined to push for even greater heights. 8 swimmers have been carefully selected to represent the nation at the upcoming 16th Africa Aquatics Junior Championships in Egypt.
The aim of Ghana Swimming is to develop swimming. And so we try to give our boys and girls the exposure that they need. At any given time, we try to give them exposure. And these are the sort of events that would help them gain that exposure. And most of the time, they improve upon their time. The PBs, they improve on their PBs, and this is a good sign. What we are trying to do is to not make the swimmers plateau. If they plateau, they stand at a standstill, no matter how good the person is. It means that the next thing is to come down. Our aim is to always see them improve on their PBs. That is, until we get there, until we get to the Olympics and perform, we won't stop.
We have to keep the kids on their feet. Our swimmers should be on their feet. They cannot just be swimming here in Ghana and not having the experience elsewhere. So for us, we make it a point that for every competition around the world, we send representatives from Ghana. They need to swim against their counterparts in the other continents, and that is what we are doing. Our aim is to develop swimming to the highest.
They will dive into action across breaststroke, backstroke, freestyle, butterfly, medley events, among others, with confidence and belief running high in camp.
One thing I know as a coach is that water doesn't lie. The training you put in when you are home, we show on the day of competition. And so far we've assembled the best, the creme de la creme we have in this country to represent Ghana. So expectations are very high because we are taking our best swimmers. Definitely we have the best from other African countries. So far we have 44 countries competing, and we are taking our best. We are looking at probably making the finals in the prelims, and then we are expecting about 60% to make it to the finals. So the expectations are really high, yes.
Knowing that this is an African championship, the target that we set for ourselves is to just do our best, like set new records for ourselves. Even for Ghana itself, we try and set new records, and of course, we're always going to aim for the gold.
With what we saw here the last time you hosted the rest game, you've got the appetite already, so what should the guys expect from you when you...
Away from swimming to some athletics now, and Ghana's 100-meter record holder Benjamin Azamati will not be part of the country's contingent at the World Relays in China next month. Azamati was initially named as part of the team, but Joy Sports understand he has opted not to go because of timing constraint. As a result, team captain at the Paris Olympic Games, Joseph Paul Amoah, will lead a new look team, which includes Ibrahim Fousseini and Barnabas Age, who featured for Ghana at last year's African Games. The rest of the team include Sean Safo Enchi, who returns after missing the Paris Olympic Games through injury, and Mustafa Gbokwin. In form, Abdul Rashid Saminu and Isaac Botio were both not named due to school commitment. The 2025 World Relays will serve as qualification to the World Championships later this year and will run from May 10 to 11 in Guangzhou, China. And to some NFL now, and for the third consecutive year, the 2025 NFL Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, have partnered with STEM ambassadors and Imhotep Institute Charter High School to support underprivileged communities in the Volta region. My colleague Benaya Dafemako was with them and has more in this report.
In its third year, the project has reached over 2,000 Ghanaians, providing vital services such as health screening, medications, water filtration, solar light installation, and introduction of hydroponics. This year, the project, led by STEM Director and Program Developer Shelley Posey, continues to grow and deepen its impact across Ghana, specifically in the Volta region, including communities like Keta and We. The group, together with the OKB Hope Foundation, provided free medical screening and medication to the people of Penyeto, a small community in the Volta region. Other projects included donations of parts, bags, shoes, lights, and clean drinking water. The people of Penyeto were grateful to the Philadelphia Eagles and Imhotep Institute for their support.
I have this opportunity to thank a big time to Imhotep Eagle OKB Foundation, Hope Foundation, and the whole Philadelphia community. Thank you.
After wrapping up a successful project in Penyeto, the team didn't slow down. Their next stop was at the Teji EP School in Keta. Excitement filled the air as students were introduced to hands-on STEM activities. One student, Jennifer Tunu Edem, was visibly inspired. Brimming with energy, she couldn't wait to get started on solving real problems in her own community.
Through science, we can change our environment. Through science, we can also do some new things that can change our environment. My community, and since we are facing a lot of challenges, we can use them to reproduce something that can help our community.
Teacher Edith Nyapomausi couldn't hide her gratitude. She thanked Imhotep Institute and the Philadelphia team for what she called a life-changing experience for her pupils.
The children learn about rocketing. They made their own equipment. They filter water, and currently they are teaching them about the 3D machine. It was great in the school this morning. We learned a lot. Thank you very much for coming, STEM. I'm hoping to spread STEM across this community. We want to make the school a center of STEM so that other schools around our school will come here as a resource center to learn more about STEM.
STEM Director and Program Developer Shelley Posey spoke on the idea behind the project.
Develop really goes into cultivating global leaders. Through the SE STEM model that I curated, it really speaks to the fact of really going into hands-on learning, but making it real. So a lot of our communities, just like in Philadelphia and here in Ghana, we have a lot of needs, such as addressing health equity, contributing to the circular economy, and food and water insecurity. And so why not empower young people and give them the tools and resources that they need, not just based upon textbooks, but to make STEM.
Community and Parent Engagement Curator Deborah Tonimo also commended the Super Bowl champions for being part of the project in Ghana.
The All-Pro Teacher of the Year back in 2021. She was doing innovative practices using STEM. So when the Eagles, when she was nominated, she won. They came out, they saw the celebration. We celebrated Shirley with the Eagles. We then took it back when she passed the trophy and told them about the great things we were going to do in Ghana. They wanted to be a part of it because the Eagles believes in going green. They wanted to make sure that our programs work. We came back year after year, and we know that it's sustainable. They donated 3D printers. They made sure that we had funding to support us. The documentaries, all this great stuff you see, is because the Eagles knows the importance of supporting this community part.
After another successful project in the Volta region, the group organized American football drills and a flag football game to celebrate their role in putting smiles on the faces of people in small communities in Ghana. For Joy Sports, Benaya Erom, Dafiamepo.
Well, it's on that note that we draw the curtains on tonight's edition of Prime Sports. We've got more stories for you on myjoyonline.com. And with just about 1 minute to go, Arsenal are still losing by 1-0 in the first leg of the semi-final against Paris Saint-Germain, happening at the Emirates in London.